How's it going, guys? Today we will be reviewing our experience with buying an iPhone XR from BackMarket. BackMarket is a company that recycles old phones and basically sells them at a pretty good price with a year-long warranty. Now this is a pretty sweet deal because year-long warranties do not come with any used phones that you buy normally unless if you purchase something extra, but this is something you get for free, which is a huge thing for BackMarket. BackMarket is still pretty new, but I decided to buy an iPhone through them because I saw a lot of good reviews, but after my experience with them, I thought I really needed to make a video kind of going over the problems that I had and the time it took me to get my phone. This video has a lot of parts because I basically went through 5 phones and waited for upwards to a month to get a working phone. Mind you not that most of my work is from a phone, so that it was all pretty stressful, but that is why the video is chopped up so much. I hope you guys learned something from this. The good news is, for the most part, I've been fully refunded for all the other phones. I'm just waiting for one phone to be refunded, but they seem legit. Alright, so now let's rewind to the first phone that I got from them. Alright, so this is what my box looks like. Yours may look a little different because there are different sellers on BackMarket. So just because you order the same phone doesn't mean you'll have the same seller. They may package it differently. They may give you more accessories, they may not. So let's go ahead and open up this one. Okay, so when we open it, we have the phone. We have the red one, which is what I ordered, so good. Also in the box, we get a lightning cable. It's not the Apple one, but it is certified to work for iPhone. And then again, we don't have an Apple adapter, but we do have a new one. Okay, so that was very difficult, but I got it out. It just appears to be a standard wall adapter. This one has a maximum output of 2.4 amps max, which may be a little bit less than what you would get with the actual iPhone. They give us a SIM card retrieval tool, so we'll be able to actually use that. And in here, I guess we have just support for this company. They give us some simple instructions on how to use the SIM, and that's about it that comes in the box. All right, so let's go ahead and open up. Oh my, I have a puppy now and she's very entertained with the bubble wrap. She's trying to bite it. Okay, so this is the iPhone. First thing I noticed is that it's cracked right here. This is a little disappointing because this is actually the most visually appealing used phone that they had, supposedly. There were 3 different options: good, great, and then like perfection, something like that. Different words, but that type of deal. This one, you weren't supposed to see any scratches from an arm's length away, or 4 arms length away. From very far away, I can see that there's a crack here, and I think just those 2. There are several cracks on the phone screen as well, so that's pretty disappointing. They aren't deep, they're more like scratches, but you weren't supposed to even be able to see that from this distance. And you can also see that the screen does have some damage right there. If you guys look down here, there's actually some scratches on that screw, which means that this phone has probably been serviced. Most likely there's a third-party battery in it as well. I am definitely going to be contacting a company because this is pretty disappointing because I paid about $40 extra to get one that shouldn't have any scratches. So now I'm just gonna have to wait an even longer time to get a phone that's usable. This screen definitely has some issues, very noticeable. So I don't think these were even inspected. So I guess we'll see how this turns out. I'll update you guys on what goes on. I'm sure BackMarket will stand behind their warranty. That is a year. And then there's a 30-day money back guarantee. I'm really upset that I'm gonna have to wait even longer to get my phone. All right, see you whenever I get the new one, I guess. All right, well, hello. This is the follow-up to the phone review that I've been doing with BackMarket, and I'm very disappointed. You guys could probably see I've now been through 4 phones that have all come severely damaged or just not as described whatsoever. So my first phone came with 2 giant white spots on the screen that basically just made it unusable. I couldn't see part of the screen because of the white spots, which shows that these phones aren't actually checked. Maybe they're inspected without them actually turning the phone on. Maybe the screen looked okay, but if they turned it on, they would have seen these giant problems on the screen. It was severe screen damage, so I sent them a message and followed their instructions, sent it back requesting for a replacement. Now, after contacting BackMarket, they told me that I would actually get a discount code for purchasing my next phone, and they told me to just purchase another phone and ask for a refund. Now, that was after I already sent the other one in. So basically what the seller did was they tried to bypass the discount code to make sure that they didn't lose any money on their mistake. So I bought another phone, and let's take a look at that one. So this phone right here looks beautiful, and I thought I finally got a working phone after basically 2 weeks of waiting. And after setting it all the way up, I figured out that the microphone is completely shot and doesn't work whatsoever. So that is the second phone from them. Does not work. I sent them a message telling them that I was very upset and that this was my second phone, and they didn't once apologize. They just told me to ship it back to them. No apology whatsoever. And they apparently just don't care about their customers. And it's pretty upsetting, especially for waiting for 2 weeks just to get another faulty phone. All right, so lucky for you guys, I have the third phone right here. Let's take a look at it. So upon unboxing this phone, I didn't even bother because as soon as I saw the screen, it looked like it got attacked by a cat for days on end. The actual screen has so many scratches on it that is distracting to even look at, and definitely is not as described on their website. This is my third phone from them, and I'm not gonna pay $300 for a phone with this many scratches on the front of it. It's just not worth it. So that is my third phone that I'm having to drive back and forth to send back to the seller. Mind you not that I do all my work for my phone that is currently dying, my iPhone 6S. The battery is completely shot, and I've been waiting to get a new phone ever since last month. But I can't get a phone from this company that actually works or is as described. So I ordered another phone like they told me to, and I still need to return all of these. It's been quite the journey here. So the fourth phone, a month later. I was very excited to hear the doorbell ring, knowing that my phone finally came, and I was like, look, this company's probably gonna be taking care of me and making sure that I get a phone that works. And I get the phone, and there's a chip in the screen on the bottom corner right here. It's an actual chip, so it has a sharp edge that is dangerous, and it's going to be easily more damaged. There's also a giant scratch through the middle of the screen that every time I look at it just stands out, and I can't even look at the screen because there's a giant scratch through it that looks like a crack. They put screen protectors on all of their phones, at least this like seller on BackMarket. And then they also put these void stickers on the screws. So me being smart and all decided to take the sticker off of my second phone because I tried to put it on my case and it kind of got rubbed off. All right guys, so this is iPhone XR number 5. This is the fifth one it took for me to finally get an iPhone that worked. So BackMarket has different sellers just like Amazon, and the first company that I bought this through actually finally sent me my replacement. Now this phone was more expensive because I got like the great condition versus the fair. Whenever you get a fair condition phone, you're gonna have a lot of really bad scratches on it, and it's probably something you don't wanna mess with. And they give you the little description like, hey, you're not gonna see this from an arm's length away, but I could see it up close. I had one phone that was so bad I could barely even see the screen, and I already talked about this, so I'm not gonna ramble. It just upsets me. But yeah, spend the extra money to get the nicer version. They're not necessarily gonna test the hardware components of the phone that well because I had like a bad mic on one of them that just completely didn't work. And then my LCD screen on one of the phones had a big white spot. Technically, the screen looked fine with it off, but as soon as you turn the phone on, it had major issues. So my problem with this website is you pay extra for the nicer phones, and yes, cosmetically it may look nicer, but they're not actually testing the hardware components at least very well. I did buy like 3 phones with the fair condition, and I will say I would just not mess with that. I guess it's still worth paying a little extra so you don't have scratches all over your screen, but the good news is you have a 30-day money back, so you guys can return your phone if it has any major issues that aren't as described, and you guys could get another one back to you. Now, this took me about a month to do, and I'm still waiting to be refunded for one phone, and I'm worried that they're not going to refund me because I took a little sticker off on the screw because when I was putting it in my case it got rubbed off, and it was a void sticker, so we'll see how that works. I'm going to be very upset if they don't refund me over that because they've wasted a lot of my time and money. One interesting thing was after I contacted BackMarket about my first phone, they gave me a 5% off discount. Now the seller did not even talk about this. They told me that the fastest way for me to get a new phone would be to just ask for a replacement so they wouldn't lose any money looking back. After BackMarket contacted me back, they gave me a 5% off coupon, which when you're buying a nice phone, it adds up, saves you a good amount of money. But because this company said it would be faster to just ask for a replacement in the box that I returned the old one in, I wasn't able to get that discount. Now I did use that discount for another phone, but I had to return it. So it definitely would have been faster for me to just buy another phone, so I definitely feel lied to from the company telling me it would be faster when in reality they just didn't want to lose money on the sale. So I had to go to the post office 4 times and I ended up paying the exact same price for this phone as I first paid. So basically it just took me a month of my time. I'm still waiting for refunds, but yeah, it's kind of stressful that I had to deal with all of that just to get a phone, but this one's going to be good enough. The battery is going to need to be replaced fairly soon. Almost all the batteries that I've gotten in these phones have been 88%. And if you guys don't know anything about iPhones, as soon as you get below 90%, you basically want to replace the battery. It's still going to be better than my iPhone 6S, so we're going to rock with it. Hopefully YouTube AdSense is kind to me, even though I don't have that on this channel, but maybe my main channel will get some AdSense and will pay for the battery with that. So my personal opinion, this company may be worth it still, even if it took me this long to get a phone just because of the 12-month warranty. They do have decent customer support, but sometimes the sellers will not be as honest with you as BackMarket would be. If they don't give me a refund for my phone, I'll definitely make another video on that, because that would just be ridiculous, but I'm fairly confident they will, because it would be pretty messed up if they didn't. So anyways, BackMarket, I would love to hear from you guys, because this was a pretty awful experience. I told you guys I was reviewing this from the start, and things didn't end up so well. I know you guys are a new company and you guys are growing and your commercials are pretty awesome. I'll give you that. They work, because I bought a phone from you guys, but I just didn't expect it to be as painful as it was. I still saved money because I didn't have to buy a new phone, but we'll see how long this one lasts. Anyways, guys, I just ask you to share this video because this is very important for anyone considering buying a phone from BackMarket. I think that they need to watch this video before they do so. Anyways, slap that like button if you guys learned something today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.